Hello everybody and welcome to Stitch 22. It's week 11 of the Stitch 22 project, and this week I'm going to show you eyelet hole making. And first of all, you're going to make holes in your fabric, and I'm using a very traditional method, or using a stiletto, and it just punctures the hole very neatly like that. In fact, it moves the threads away from it rather than cuts the holes. You might prefer to, if you don't have a stiletto or something pointed, to make a hole with the point of a scissors. Be careful about keeping your fingers away from the back. But so you're actually making punctured holes in the fabric. And as I say, you can make that with anything that you have to hand. Perhaps you have a pointed pencil that will do it. Anything that starts to make holes in your fabric. And the eyelet stitch is really a very simple overcasting stitch. You bring the thread out just a little bit away from the hole and put the needle through the hole and bring it up just slightly close to, just a few threads over from the previous stitch. So you are actually literally overcasting it. No loops, no fancy bits, just very simple. Overlocking it in a way, just by what you're doing is you're making stitches which seal the edge of the hole so it doesn't fray. And of course it's making a nice ring. I'm using quite a dark thread here to show up for you, and getting the fabric caught in, as I always seem to do. In the hole, up next to a little bit away over from the previous stitch. In the hole, come up a little way from the previous stitch. In the hole, a little bit away from the previous stitch, until you go round and round and complete the circle. Of course, it doesn't have to be a circle. You could actually make your stitches longer in certain areas, as I'm doing now. I'm elongating the reach of the stitch to make it look like perhaps a sort of an eye shape, an eye hole shape, or whatever, a slightly oval shape, I suppose you could say, is becoming. Can you see the way it's forming the shape there as I'm going round and round? A couple more stitches in the hole beside the previous stitch. In the hole, bring it up beside the previous stitch. In the hole. And when you feel you've overcast virtually the whole of the area, go down into the back of the fabric, turn the fabric over, you can see what you've done there, and thread the needle through the previous stitches at the back, and then that secures it and you can cut the thread off. So what you're making here is a fabric with different shaped holes. You can see the elongated one there. You can see a perfect little round one there, more like a little daisy shape. It's called eyelet stitching, and it's very simple and really great fun to do. See how many holes you can create in this piece of fabric, and do several and just keep overcasting them. Just keep puncturing your holes. Really take that through and work it through so you've got lots of holes to go from one to another. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday with a new stitch. have fun with eyelets. One little hint before I sign off: if you have a very loose weave fabric, you probably can just really work the hole with your point of your scissors or your stiletto, so that it gives a very much more quickly. This calico is being quite a stubborn, stiff fabric, and it's forming smaller holes, so I have to work slightly harder to puncture the hole. But that's all part of the fun. So enjoy yourself. Bye bye.